Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you how you can get perfect pollination so that you can get 100% of your plant's potential. Because you can have the most healthy, beautiful, flowering plants, but if they're not being pollinated, they won't be fruitful. They won't produce what they could have produced for you. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make sure that you get perfect pollination. Alright guys, it's really easy to increase your pollination. And this is something that people don't often think about when it comes to increasing your production. If you have lots of little fruit on your vegetables, like squash for example, but they don't seem to be growing into full form, or they seem to be rotting away, or they look like this basically, you probably have a pollination problem. But don't worry, it's really easy to fix. I'm going to show you how to do it. Some vegetables have both the male and female part on the plant itself, like a tomato. The male part is at the beginning of the flower and the female part is at the bottom. So all you have to do is give it a little shake, like you know what would happen if the bees were landing on it, and it will knock the pollen down, and that will assure that all of your pretty little flowers actually turn into tomatoes. Some people use an electric toothbrush because it gives a nice little vibration, and you can just go down and just touch each one of those little flowers clusters and it'll vibrate it and it'll make sure everything is pollinated, so you'll get maximum yield out of your tomatoes or other plants that have that same male female in the same flower. Now, some plants like your squashes, you know, your pumpkins, things like that, they have a male and a female flower. They're very easy to tell apart. The male flower has a straight stem, and you look inside and there's a piston and it's full of pollen. All you have to do is get you a Q-tip or your finger or a little paintbrush, works really well. Go in there, get a little pollen on it, and touch just the slightest amount to the female flower. Now you're going to know it's a female flower because when you look at the base of the flower, it's not going to be a straight stem like the male. It's going to look just like a miniature version of whatever you're growing. If it's a yellow squash, it's going to look like a yellow squash. If it's a pumpkin, it's going to look like a tiny pumpkin. If it's a butternut squash, it's going to look like a tiny butternut squash. And then the flower is going to be at the end of it. Just put a little pollen right inside and you will 100% be assured that that will mature into a full fruit for you. If it's not pollinated, it will rot away and die and it won't produce anything. So you can actually go around and pollinate yourself. If you're growing inside, you're going to want to do that. If you're growing enclosed in a greenhouse, you're going to want to do that. Or if there aren't a lot of pollinators where you are, there's issues in certain parts of the countries with bees dying out and so forth. So if you see you're getting healthy plants, beautiful flowers, but they don't seem to be producing a lot of fruit, you may want to go around and try pollinating yourself and see if that doesn't help you. Squash flowers open up right at dawn. So for easy pollination, you need to get out kind of early. If it's a straight stem like this, that's a male flower. If it has what looks like the actual small version of the fruit at the base, then that's the female flower. Now, I find it easier to just attract pollinators to your garden or show them how to get into your greenhouse. I had to do this recently with my greenhouse because there's just small entrances and exits, so they were having trouble figuring out how to get in and out, and I wasn't getting a lot of pollination. So if you're in drought like much of the country has been, the easiest way to do it is to just put a bowl or a little kiddie pool of water in your garden, and bees will come from far and wide looking for that water. And while they're there, they're going to look around and say, oh, look, flowers. I will pollinate them for you. But if you're getting a lot of rain, they're not going to be attracted to that water. So all you have to do is just put a little bit of honey out for them. You can do sugar water too, but I like honey. It seems to draw them from further. So what I did is I just put a bucket upside down right at the door of my greenhouse and put a few drops of honey on it. It very quickly began to attract bees in it. Within a day they had eaten all the honey, but they're learned how to get in. You know, they're looking around, they're seeing the flowers. The greenhouse is absolutely buzzing the next morning because now they know, because the bucket was at the door. This is a door, this is how I get in, this is how I get out. So you can attract pollinators to your garden to do the work for you. If it's dry, give them water. If it's not dry, just put a little honey or sugar water out. Not a whole lot because you don't want to feed them up. You just want to attract them so that they look around and see that there's stuff that they can pollinate, and they'll do it for you quickly, easily, amazing. It's going to increase your yields, something that maybe you're not thinking about as a way to get a better harvest. So I hope that has helped you. I think that this is interesting stuff. Leave it in the comments. If you enjoy it, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Do all of those things that help you to stay notified when we put new content like this out, helping you to continue to live simply, healthy, and economically, because we're always going to be helping you save money, because right now so many families are needing it. We're going to help you to grow your garden. We're going to help you to can it. We're going to help you to know how to do all of that stuff that's really going to help you and your family. So like, share, and subscribe. Do all of those things. Thanks for watching. And as always, see you next time. Are you taking a taste of each one, Riley? Yeah, and putting them back?
Well, you eat two.
No, I think she's taking a bite off of each one like a little rabbit. Where are you going? We're not finished.
We gotta pick some more, love.
Well, let's find squashes.